Look at this. It said, cursed shall we be in the field. Cursed shall we be in the field. How was we cursed in the field? What's your name? I didn't get your name. Talisa? I said, okay. So, Talisa, how were we cursed in the field?
Slavery.
Slavery. We didn't think God was serious. We didn't think God would do what he said he was going to do. But he did it. And he's still doing it.
Right.
That's why we still in this condition.
Yeah.
That's why we have to wake up every morning and slave.
Right.
Go to Baruch 3 and 8. Hold that though. Hold that Deuteronomy. Get Baruch 3 and 8. That's why we start the slave today. That's why we have to wake up and serve our oppressors.
Right.
Because we didn't believe God when he told us that, hey, if you don't listen to me, I'm going to curse y'all. Our people looking for all types of solutions, but the only solution it is the Bible.
That's right.
Chapter 2 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee.
The prophets of Greenville, South Carolina, inside these churches have seen vain and foolish things for the people. That's why it takes us to come out to the streets and teach the truth. That's why it takes us to come out and preach God's word. Because the process that's set up now, they have seen vain and foolish things for this people. Read.
And they have not discovered thine iniquity.
They have not shown the people what they are doing wrong. They have not shown the people their sin. They have not shown the people how to turn their ways back to God. You say you know that we, the 12 tribes of Israel, right? So let me ask you, why, when we look around, our people are in the condition that we're in?
Because we've been lied to.
Yes, we've been lied to.
Her mama taught her wrong, and now she's teaching her kids wrong. And this is a long
Long cycle of being taught wrong and doing wrong, right?
Long cycle of taught wrong and doing wrong.
Well, let's see what happens when we do wrong.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15.
Bring it out.
But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments.
So Moses is speaking to us. He's saying if we don't listen to the commandments, what's going to happen?
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses.
So all these curses, is a curse a good thing or a bad thing?
Bad.
It's a bad thing. He said all these curses going what?
Shall come upon thee.
He said it shall come upon us. So that the problem is our people did not believe God when he told us that. We didn't take what God said seriously. We didn't take the Sabbath day seriously.
Right.
We didn't take women wearing pants seriously.
Right.
We didn't take not eating the wrong food seriously.
Right.
We thought God was playing, but God said he was not playing.
That's
With
right.
the things that we deem as small and little, oh, I got a little bit of time to get that right. God said, no, you don't. Get it right now.
That's
That's
right.
Read the next verse.
And overtake thee.
It's going to overtake us, meaning we're not going to be able to stop it. It's going to completely consume us. Our people as a whole, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, we're going to be completely taken over by the curses.
Right.
Let's read one.
Verse 16, cursed shall thou be in the city.
So our people are cursed in the city, shot down in the streets,
Right.
last hire, first fire.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We kill each other.
We thirst.
Right. Single parent households.
Yep.
Woman jumping from man to man to man.
Yeah.
You got men out here with multiple women.
Yeah.
That's not right. Read on.
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
Look at this. It said, cursed shall we be in the field. Cursed shall we be in the field. How was we cursed in the field? What's your name? I didn't get your name. Talisa? I said, okay. So, Talisa, how were we cursed in the field?
Slavery.
Slavery. We didn't think God was serious. We didn't think God would do what he said he was going to do. But he did it. And he's still doing it.
Right.
That's why we still in this condition.
Yeah.
That's why we have to wake up every morning and slave.
Right.
Go to Baruch 3 and 8. Hold that though. Hold that Deuteronomy. Get Baruch 3 and 8. That's why we start the slave today. That's why we have to wake up and serve our oppressors.
Right.
Because we didn't believe God when he told us that, hey, if you don't listen to me, I'm going to curse y'all. Our people looking for all types of solutions, but the only solution it is the Bible.
Right.
Right.
We looking everywhere but the Bible. Read.
Baruch chapter 3 and verse 8. Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity.
We are in this day our captivity. We're still found in the hands of the people who sold us.
Right.
The same people who enslaved us, we still in their land. We didn't go back home. They didn't send no ferry to us to go back to Israel. They didn't do that. Read.
Where thou hast scattered us
Because God scattered us here. Read.
for a reproach and a curse.
And a curse. That's why we're here. This is not a place for us to get all cozy up, trying to figure out how we're going to sustain this place. This place is a curse.
Right.
This is a land for us to get our minds right.
That's right.
Read.
And to be subject to payments.
Now we're subject to payments. Get Deuteronomy 28:48. Get 47.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 47.
Bring it up.
Because thou servest not the Lord thy God.
So Talisa.
Talisa.
Because we did not serve the Lord our God, how?
With joyfulness
Uh-huh.
and with gladness of heart.
We didn't serve God with joyfulness and gladness. We thought it was tough. We always made excuses on why we shouldn't keep the commandments, like our job or our family, or we're going to do it for the kids. We always trying to find a way to not keep God's commandments. Read.
For the abundance of all things.
Because if we did, he would have gave us everything. We don't have everything today. You look around, you have to understand that this is not what God has laid out for us. There's more to life than waking up, working, paying bills, and dying.
Right.
There's more to life than that. Read.
Verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
But something that we did not have an option in, we're going to serve somebody. God said, if you don't want to serve me, you're going to serve somebody. Who are we going to serve?
With thine enemies.
We're going to serve our enemies, read.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
Because God sent them against us. God sent the white man against us. God sent the Arab man against us. He sent these nations against us. Don't worry about him.
In hunger and in thirst.
Now, if we want food, we have to go to our enemies. Whereas God gave us a dietary law, God gave us all these things, but now he said if you want food, you have to go to your enemies. Our people don't own these grocery stores. We don't own the food distribution. Our enemies do. You understand who your enemy is? Who's the enemy? Why you whispering? Scared you right there, the white man the enemy.
That's right.
And in thirst. And in nakedness.
Now, if you want water, that's why I said in thirst, you have to serve your enemy.
Right.
If you don't pay your bill, who turn it off? The white people, they turn it off.
And in want of all things.
Matter of fact, if you want anything, you have to serve your enemy. If you want an education, you got to go to their school.
Right.
If you want medical help, you got to go to their hospital.
Right.
That dang Uncle Sam.
Right. He gonna get his cut. That's the biggest gangster. That's the biggest gangster.
Yeah.
He'll never miss. He always get what he owed.
Yeah.
Right.
Read.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
And just in case there was confusion about who the enemy was, God said that that same person gonna put a yoke of iron upon your neck.
Right.
And who did that? The white man.
Right.
The white man did that. Read.
Until he have destroyed thee.
And he said he's going to have that yoke of iron on our neck until he had destroyed us. Do we have yokes of iron on our neck now? Like literally?
No.
Why? Because he destroyed us. We're destroyed.
That's right.
Yeah, that's deep.
We're destroyed.
I totally understand. Can I ask when is it this Saturday?
And every Sabbath. We keep the Sabbath every time. Yeah, so you're welcome to come. Of course you gotta wear a dress, right?
Right.
And you can speak to that brother right there about more information. But there's something else I want to bring out to you. You say you gotta go? Get Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6. I'm gonna show you why it's important that for you as a sister to start getting in order.
Right. Right.
Because you don't understand the importance of you coming up here today.
Right.
This is the grassroots. We still not far down the line.
That's
We're at the end times, but we not far down the line.
Right.
You supposed to be the sister to show these other sisters what to do.
Bring it up.
There's a reason why God chose you. It's not by happenstance that you saw us here today. It's not by happenstance that you stopped. You more important than what you think.
That's right.
We see it in the spirit. You might not believe it yourself yet, but it's true. Read.
Deuteronomy chapter 7 and verse 6.
Bring it up.
For thou art an holy people
God said that you are a holy people. Read.
unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God has chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
You are a special person unto God.
That's right.
He chose you specifically.
Right.
He chose you specifically. He handpicked you. Read.
Above all people.
No, she equal to all people.
Above all people.
God said that you above all people. You
Me
are.
and her too. I felt the spirit as soon as I pulled up, and
Right,
I
we
read
all
the verse.
above all people, but
Right.
we're talking about you right now.
That's right.
Read.
That are upon the face of the earth.
Because we above all people upon the face of the earth. That's why God chose us.
That's right.
He didn't choose us because we was the most amount any people. He chose us because he made a promise with our forefather Abraham.
Right.
Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He told him that he was going to bless us, and God going to fulfill that promise. It might not look like it now. Get Isaiah 14:1.
Yeah.
It might not look like it now. You see these Negroes out here shooting each other,
Right.
selling drugs, kids
Yeah.
selling drugs to kids. You got grown men selling drugs to kids.
Right.
You got niggas doing drugs on the side of the street. You got all type of madness going on. So it might not look like it right now, but God did say He's going to choose us, and He
That's
will
right.
save us.
That's right.
It might not make sense right now. Read.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 14 and verse 1.
Bring it out.
For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob.
God said that He gonna have mercy on us, regardless of what you see today. God said that if we repent, He gonna have mercy on this same people. Read.
And will yet choose Israel.
He didn't say He was gonna yet choose everybody else. He said He gonna choose us.
That's right.
Read.
And set them in their own land.
God gonna set us in our own land, not some government program, not something that we're gonna have to go and petition for at the UN. God said that He gonna do it with His own hand. It's gonna be a supernatural act
Right.
where
Right.
He gonna put us in our own land. So the people over there right now, they were put inside that land by the government. That wasn't God.
Bring it out.
Read.
And the strangers shall be joined with them.
And it said the strangers gonna be joined with us. But how?
And they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
What do it mean to cleave to something?
Clinch to, you know.
Like clinch to it, like you
Yeah.
gotta quick, like grab it,
Yeah.
hold on to it.
Yeah.
He said when we get saved, they gonna be like,
They're going to try to hold us.
right, watch.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place.
And we gonna bring them to our place. Let's see what we got.
And the house of Israel shall possess them.
When you possess something, what that mean?
Go upon the spirit. Take over the spirit.
If something's in your possession, what that mean? Like that phone.
I own it.
That phone is in your possession, right?
Mhm.
What that mean?
I own it.
You own it. So what does it say?
And the house of Israel shall possess them.
We're going to possess the other people.
That's right.
Read.
We will own
In
it.
the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids.
That's why they were made.
Right.
That's the whole purpose why they were made.
That's right.
They weren't made for any other purpose.
Right.
I'm so hungry, fellas, but I really enjoyed this sermon. I'm going to go in the store and make sure I look up that
Yep.
QR code.
The
and
QR code, if you want to speak to
unfollow.
the, oh, you said you got everything already. So call the number.
Okay.
Call the
Yeah.
number. We're meeting on the Sabbath. Did he put the number on there?
Yeah, she's.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Okay, all praises, sis. So you be safe out here, all right?
Thank y'all
And
so much.
don't stay out in the dark. It's dangerous out here.
Yeah, I know. I don't used to come out in the dark.
Okay, all praises.
Thank
all
you.
praises, sis. Be safe.
Thank y'all.
Get
Y'all
Lamentations chapter 2 and verse 14.
I'm still listening.
All praises. Lamentations chapter 2 verse 14.
Lamentations chapter 2 and verse 14.
Bring it out.
Thy prophets have seen vain and foolish things for thee.
The prophets of Greenville, South Carolina, inside these churches have seen vain and foolish things for the people. That's why it takes us to come out to the streets and teach the truth. That's why it takes us to come out and preach God's word. Because the process that's set up now, they have seen vain and foolish things for this people. Read.
And they have not discovered thine iniquity.
They have not shown the people what they are doing wrong. They have not shown the people their sin. They have not shown the people how to turn their ways back to God.
That's right.
Instead, they try to fill their own pockets. They try to fill their own desires and lusts.
Right.
They don't care about the people.
Right.
That's why you can find a church on every corner, but there's still crime. So what does that mean? The churches aren't doing anything for the community.
That's right.
Otherwise, them having a church up every corner would change something.
Right.
But it doesn't change anything.
Right.
They're ineffective. They're not doing what they're supposed to do.
That's
They're not
right.
doing what God commanded them to do. Read.
To turn away thy captivity.
Because if they did, it would have turned away the captivity of our people.
Right.
The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, their captivity would have been turned away if these churches did their job.
That's right.
God would have been came back if they would have taught the commandments over 400 years ago.
Bring it out.
Read.
But have seen for thee false burdens
Instead, they give us false burdens. What are some false burdens that the church gives us? They give us Thanksgiving. They gave us Christmas. They gave us Easter, 4th of July. What is 4th of July? America's Independence Day? Where was your black behind in 1776?
Right.
You was a slave.
Right.
They were not talking about you. When they said every man was made equal, they were not referring to you because you were still a slave.
Right.
So why are you going to take on these false burdens like 4th of July and Christmas, something that God hates? Read.
And causes of banishment.
And it says it's a cause of banishment. Whenever we do these things, God said that's what caused us to be banished out of his sight.
That's right.
That's what caused us to be removed. That's what caused us for him to go back unto his place.
Right.
Get Hosea chapter 5, verse 15. That's what caused God to go back unto his face. To his place. Read.
Hosea chapter 5 and verse 15.
Read it up.
I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense.
God has left the building. He said he's going to go and back to his place until we acknowledge our offense. Until us as a people realize that we sinned against God, that we are the Israelites according to the Bible, that there's something that we have to do in order to get into God's good graces, that we don't serve a white Jesus,
Right.
an oppressor. Read it again.
I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense.
He said until we acknowledge our offense. Until we acknowledge that we don't keep the Sabbath. Until we acknowledge that we are whoremongers and fornicators and adulterers.
Right.
Until we acknowledge that God's going to return back to his place.
That's right.
How is it that you have a church claiming that God is there when everybody is in sin?
Right.
Willing sin.
Right.
Trying to justify sin. Trying to find Bible scriptures to justify why it's okay for them to sin.
Read it up.
How does it that one side goes in the Bible and says we're going to do what it says, but the other side says they're going to find reasons why we don't?
Right.
Yet they're the righteous ones. That doesn't make any sense.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense whatsoever.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models.